Hey guys,
It's Maddie.
it's Kai.
Okay.
So today what we're going to be doing is a paranormal activity experiences. So basically we're going to be talking about like our experiences with the creepy, the undead, the ghosty ghost. But yeah, so Maddie's going to tell her first story. And also I just wanted to say, I hope you guys liked our last podcast with the true crime. Let us know if you guys want more of those videos.
Yeah, because I liked it. I did enjoy it. But also, I feel like we just do better when we can make jokes. And I feel like making jokes about somebody's death is not funny.
Yeah, we didn't want to
Unless it
joke
happened to
around.
you,
We
so.
didn't really want to joke around about somebody's death.
Yeah.
So we were kind of being more serious about it. But yeah.
So, okay, my story is about, like, I'm going to start from, like, the longest ago story, which is something that's, like, kind of weird about them, like, three of my stories, is that they all have to involve my sister, which, girl, you got something to do with it? What's connected to you? Or is it me? I don't know, but, or it's both of us. I don't know. Okay. So, in our house, we have 2 bedrooms, and at this time, me and my sister were fighting so much, my parents were just like, okay, they can take our room. One of them can take our room. And they started just sleeping in the living room on, like, an air mattress. So that, like, was down
Dang,
for, like...
just bust your parents out.
They offered. So they were in the, like, living room for, like, 3 months, I think. And I had the smaller room, and my sister had the master bedroom. And my sister was at her friend's house. I forgot who it was. I think Courtney, probably. Her friend Courtney's house. And I go into her room this one's not that creepy, but I go into her room to grab, like, a Sharpie or something. And she had this Christmas candle on her, like, entertainment center. And it was, like, lit, and she's been gone, like, all day. It was, like, 9 p.m., and she's been gone since, like, 2 p.m. And this candle has been lit this whole time, I'm assuming, because there's a lot of wax, like, dripping down from it. So I go out into the living room, and I asked my parents if they lit the candle in my sister's room. And they both said no. So I was just like, okay, let me just go blow it out, because I just didn't think about it in the moment, because maybe she wanted it on. I don't know. But I, like, call her, and I'm like, hey, did you ever light the candle in your room today? And she was like, no, I haven't lit it today. Like, I've been gone most of the day. No. And I was just like, so who touched the candle? Who lit it out? Who blew it out? And then I go back into her room to blow out the candle. It's already blown out. So I was just like, oh.
Well, I'm confused.
What?
About the story. Wait, so it was lit when you went in there? Mm-hmm. And then when you left, it was blown out?
No.
So when you went in there, it was lit, you came out, told your parents, and then when you went to blow it out, it was already blown out.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, and I was like, I think more of it was just like her windows weren't open, the AC wasn't on, there wasn't a fan blowing. Nothing in the room could have blown out the candle. And nothing in the room could have sparked it without her lighting the candle all day. So I was just like...
Right, so the big thing is that she didn't even light the candle.
Yeah. And so I go out into the living room again, and I'm just like, you guys swear, y'all swear, you didn't touch the candle. And they were just like, no, like, we don't care that much, babe.
No.
We don't care. So yeah, it's just not that creepy. My next one is kind of creepy. But
okay,
yeah.
So that definitely is an interesting story.
Take it away, Kai.
So my story is actually pretty creepy in my opinion. So my uncle used to live in this old apartments. I mean, they weren't old, but it was just his old apartments. And he had some experiences there that were kind of creepy and stuff. He told me about it. And so that kind of scared me from ever wanting to spend the night there. So I, like, never would unless I absolutely had to. So one night I had to spend the night, and me and him were watching TV on the couch, and then he gets up and leaves, and I thought he just went to the bathroom or something like that, but he actually went to go to bed. And I hear him tell me a joke before he goes to bed. I'm like, oh, I forgot the joke, but he was telling me something, and then I was like, oh, and I laughed, and then I turned over because I'm laying down on the chase part. And So I'm laying here on the chase. This is the rest of the couch, and this is the hallway. So I hear him tell me like a joke, and so I turn over, and I'm like, oh, to laugh, and then I just see a black figure just move hecka fast. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's just being weird, ran to his room or something like that. So I go to sleep, and then the next day while we're out eating, I tell him, I'm like, what did you say to me last night? Like, what was that joke? And then he was like, what joke? And I was like,
no. No. Just
what?
I'm moving.
The joke you told me last night, like, what was that joke? And then he was just like, I didn't tell you anything. And I was like, okay, my uncle is a prankster, you know, maybe he's playing a joke on me. And then I was like, no, be honest. And he was like, I really didn't say anything to you last night. I went to bed. When I got up, I went to bed. And I was like, and it was very creepy to me because
I'm moving cities.
because like I never would spend the night there because I was scared of stuff like that, and then that happened to me. And but the kind of like, I don't know if it's like sad but kind of good, but we don't really know for sure. Basically, basically he had a friend that had passed away on that same day, and we think that maybe it was his friend that was visiting him, because he did tell me like a joke. It was a lighthearted thing. It wasn't like a bad ghost or something like that.
Still
and
a ghost,
they were like, yeah, still a
sorry.
ghost, but they were like friends. So we think maybe he came and visited on his death anniversary, and maybe he thought I was my uncle, because my uncle did like to lay on that spot. So yeah, it's kind of creepy, but in the end, at least it was what I compare it to, like what I think it was, isn't that bad. I'm glad it wasn't
Or
something like evil.
was
I
it
think.
trying to act nice?
Oh my god.
What? That's a lot of people think that's true, where they try to get into your head and like.
Well, it
be
ran
like-
away when I
be
looked
like,
at it.
Hey.
You have something in your teeth? I don't think so, because it did like turn away when it realized it wasn't me. I mean, it wasn't my uncle, probably. Like it
Or
went
it's
away.
a ghost, so it ran away.
Why would they be scared of me? Okay. Anyways, I choose to believe that it was my uncle's friend, and he was there trying to visit my uncle, but he found me instead and got scared. So yeah. But it's still creepy either way, because I really did believe it was my uncle that told me that, because it did tell me something. But it's weird because I don't know what it told me. Like, I knew it was a joke, and then it said something.
And you
but
laughed,
I just
but you don't remember.
Yeah, and I laughed, but I don't remember what it said to me.
That's creepy.
But
Did
yeah.
you remember in the moment or no? Like,
Yeah, I knew what he said in the moment, but I don't remember what it was. Like the next day when I was telling my uncle about it,
you were just like,
I didn't know what he said.
Okay. Meow.
Now, on to you.
Meow. Not my next one. This happened very recently. This Wednesday. In the same house as the candle. Basically, I'm in my, why do I keep doing that? I'm in my room and I'm just like watching TV, I think. And my sister and my mom leave the house to go get my sister's COVID vaccine done, her like first dose. And so they leave, they're out. I see them leave on the freaking Ring camera thing. And then I like get up like 20 minutes later, I want to say, to go to the bathroom. And when I'm in the bathroom, I hear the front door open, and then my dog's like barking, and I hear my sister be like,
Let me just say something about your dog real quick. Her
Leave
dog,
him
all he does
alone,
is bark.
bruh.
So I just want to let y'all know that all he does is bark and yell at people.
You're
He
fine.
is
Leave my
sassy,
dog
and he's an
alone.
old man, and he
my
needs to
dog
calm down. He needs to be disciplined.
I'm literally gonna cancel the podcast because you keep talking bad about my dog.
Oh my god.
Leave him alone.
He doesn't like me. I don't like it.
Maybe it's because
Oh, okay. Continue, story. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest.
you've gotten it off your chest many times.
Well, I
Leave
had to
him
get it
alone.
off my chest again.
God. Anyways, and and then I hear my sister go, "Shut up, Chewy," like in her little angry tone that she does when he's barking too much. And I was just like, oh, maybe they're like home early. Maybe they not early, but maybe they forgot something and had to pick something back up, and they just left. Because when I get out the bathroom, I go to look for my sister to like ask her if the vaccine went well, and she's not in the room, she's not in the garage, she's not anywhere in the house. And then I'm just like, oh, that's weird, maybe they left already. So I go back to the room and check like to see if the ring like on the camera, they even came home. No. Nobody came home. My dad is still laying in the bed playing his game or something. And I was just like, okay, maybe the ring glitched out. Maybe she did come home. So I call her, and they're still at Cal Expo. I asked her, I'm like, did you guys come home? Like, did you guys just come home? And she was like, girl, what are you talking about? No. And I swear on my life that I heard this woman say, shut up, Chewy, and the door open, and my dog bark. And I was just like,
we can eliminate your dog barking.
Shut up. What?
We can eliminate him barking because all he does is bark. So we can eliminate that.
He just doesn't
factor.
like you. Maybe if you would sit down and not antagonize
Who does he think he is? I don't need to sit down to no dog.
Maybe if you didn't scream.
He needs to sit down.
Stop screaming.
That was once. And he screamed in my face back and before.
Bruh, because you yelled.
And he tried to bite me when I was sitting down.
As he should. I hope he bites your ankles off.
Okay. Are you done with that story?
Take it away, Kai. Kai.
Okay, so my next story, it actually wrong, and it's not that detailed because I really haven't had that many experiences with it, even though how like precautious I am. Oh wait, no, I do have a story.
Precautious?
Precautious. No, that's not the right word.
It's like, wait.
Precaution. Okay, so basically this is another story, and it involves me but doesn't really involve me, but I was there to experience it. So my Aunt Anna, shout out Anna and shout out Nathan, because Nathan, he's only 2 years old and he was watching our video. So yeah, our youngest subscriber. So basically my aunt, she had an old apartment, again, another old apartment, and she has 2 cats. She has Wicket and Luna. And Wicket, he's more of the like quiet cat, like he hides and stuff. Like he's not really like as playful and stuff. Yeah, he's not like a playful cat for in front of like everybody. And so basically my Aunt Anna, she likes to go thrift shopping a lot. Like we go thrift shopping together, and she likes to pick up like antique pieces and like home decor stuff. And so she ended up getting this mirror.
No.
So she ended up getting this cute mirror, and then one night we were over there eating dinner, and she was like, she told me that Wicket, he's been like looking up like around the house, like in like on the ceiling and stuff, like just chasing the ceiling, and there's nothing there, like not a bug, nothing like that.
Right, you asked for it at that point.
Then she brought out the mirror, and she told us about how like she thinks this mirror is like haunted because it's weird, and it looked like a normal mirror. It's just like a cute little mirror, but when we brought it out, Wicket was like acting weird again, and it was just. Yeah, it's not that deep of a story, but like that mirror is definitely haunted.
Because like cats are
like animals see stuff.
Like so that's like somebody get a baby. Does Nathan see things? Maybe bring the mirror out.
I think they got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
I hope they would.
Because if they didn't, babies see things too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I told a complete wrong story.
So basically, like 2 years ago, I want to say, like 2019, there was this like figure I would always see. Like it was like a little boy, kind of, and I can like describe. Like it was a little boy. He had like a striped shirt on it and like overalls. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. And like brown hair, and like that little like. I don't know how to describe it, but that little boy haircut where it's like...
Yeah, like that swoop.
Yeah. And basically, like, I would always see it, like, corner of my eye or just, like, looking, like, quickly. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's creepy.
Like when you feel like you see, like, something, like, move.
Yeah. Like, dark corners, like, in dreams, stuff like that. So it's always been like something like, oh, it was like always creeped me out. And I was just like, usually, okay, kids being near you can either be good or bad. And I didn't feel any bad per se vibes because like it didn't do anything. It just kind of like stood there and like looked at me. And I was just like, okay. And it's like one of those things that didn't go away, if that made sense. If that makes sense. Like it would just stay there and then you would be like,
oh my God.
Is it there or am I like going crazy? Like it was like one of those things and it was so weird and creepy and I hated it. But
what was that?
Stop. You genuinely scared me. But that like figure like stayed around for like 2 months. And then like, I want to say like 5 months later, me and my mom were in the car and we were talking. And I was just like, yeah, I would see this like little, like sometimes I would see this like little boy like around and stuff and it was so weird. And then my mom, she described this little boy to the T. Like overall, was he wearing overalls? Oh, like hair, like, and I was just like, whoa, pause. And she was just like, and I was just like, you've seen this boy? She was like, yeah, I saw like a little boy like a while ago, but I didn't know what it was and I just ignored it. And I was just like, what? Huh? And we kind of brought up the fact maybe it was my grandma in like child form because like recently in 2019 she died. So we were just like, maybe it was her like looking over us. But I feel like it gave me creepy vibes, like why, but like also not at the same time. Like I didn't feel like in danger around it, but it's just like you're seeing a ghost, you're gonna be like scared. So yeah.
That's weird that your mom like knew.
It freaked me out because I was like, how?
Like to the T?
Yeah. Like it was just like, weird. Oh, was he like, did he look like this? And I was like, yeah. And I think the only thing she said different was he had blonde hair. But it was just like, I usually saw him in the dark, so like I couldn't really tell.
That's weird that both of you guys saw the same thing.
It's creepy. Okay.
Dang. Okay, so my next story, this isn't like very, like it's not paranormal, I guess, but it is really creepy. So, and I don't even remember this. This is something my mom tells me I did. So basically, there's a murderer named Ed Gein, and he was like a serial killer. I think he died in the 40s, 60s, I don't remember. But basically, not anywhere near my lifetime. I wouldn't have heard anything about him. I don't even know who that guy is. And so basically, when I was younger, I was at a playground, and I was like crying or something like that, but like on the playground, I was crying, and I was like, oh, Gein's gonna get you, Gein's gonna get you. And I kept saying that, like not like the creepy movies are like, Gein's gonna get you, but just like I kept saying that. And then my mom was like, what the heck? And then Ed Gein is the murderer. 3 or 4 years old, sitting here on a playground talking. That's like some movie stuff, like creepy movie stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was like 3 or 4 years old, sitting on this playground talking about Gein's gonna get you, a serial killer from like the 30s.
Yeah.
Oh, 50s. Yeah, 50s. But that's really weird. And every time my mom would tell me that, I would just get so creeped out because I'm like, it's just a cute little kid sitting here on the playground doing that, like,
Ed Gein.
I'm like, Gein's gonna get you. Oh my God.
It's so creepy, yeah. Maybe you're the reincarnation. She was gonna kill me earlier.
Cut the chip. Okay. Bust it down.
Why'd you do it so?
I'm gonna do splits on it. I'm gonna fits on it. Should we do TikTok?
Bust it open. Yeah, later. Tell us your story, girl. I'm trying, but you wanted to do something else. Anyways, so this one's like probably other than the boy one, like one of my creepiest stories. So basically, this was a long time ago, like 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. Sorry, I don't know what.
Bro, she's seeing things.
Anyways, so
We
yeah.
are not funny doing these podcasts. It's not every day. Like, we can't force it, guys. It has to come.
Hilarious.
We're gonna do a funnier podcast next time. Okay, continue your story. I feel like I'm just interrupting you.
Anyways, so we're at my Uncle James's house and up in there for like all night, basically all night. It's like 12 a.m. maybe, and we're heading home. We're driving home, and you know those, like, how do I explain it? You know, on the like freeways, like highways, there's like that random like bar, like metal bar, you know what I mean?
Like a separator?
No, it's not a separator, but it's like usually on the edge, and it's like just a strip.
Like a wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, or like a metal thing. So
Okay.
basically, next to one of those things, I saw this like person like standing there in that like classic like trench coat and like fedora like hat.
What the heck?
Like the like what people say like is like sleep paralysis, like demon kind of thing.
Oh.
And so I'm like it's just like a shadow though. Like it's literally just the figure and it's like blacked out. That's it. Can't see any features on it, like nothing. So I was just like, maybe there's just somebody standing there weirdly. I don't know. But we pass it and I whip my head around, and so does my sister. I think that's what freaked me out the most. Me and my sister both whip our heads around, and it was like dashing behind our car.
Oh my god.
And then it just disappears.
What the?
And then I was just like, you saw that, right? You saw what I just saw. You saw what I saw.
You see what I see? Did you see what I saw? UCC? Did you saw what I see?
I was just like,
Oh my
oh,
god.
we dying tonight.
It was running after you guys?
Yes, that's what, like, it was literally like, and it was like, gone.
Oh my god.
And like, it's literally like a highway, like a freeway. You're not gonna like, no random person's gonna run.
Yeah, like
and then
nobody's
disappear.
just gonna be
like,
on there.
Bruh. Unless some random guy would start running after our car and then got ran over. But it was just really creepy and scary, and I didn't sleep that night. So.
Oh my gosh.
Creepy. I know. Ooh.
That's weird. Yeah, that one's probably the weirdest story, I think.
Yeah.
To like see something running after your car. Was it like daytime?
No, it was night.
What the?
Remember I said it was 12 a.m.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah.
What
it was really
the-
creepy.
Bruh. Hashtag bruh.
Hashtag bruh moment.
And
Close.
I don't have another story, but I did want to mention this. So again, another shout out to Anna. She wanted to hear us talk about abandoned places, and this is kind of just like something to get us like in the lighthearted mood. So basically, one day, me and my bestie Nolani, shout out to her, we were with my aunt Anna, and we were like going downtown and all that stuff, and we were having a lot of fun. And so another thing about Anna is she loves like abandoned places, like she likes the creepy stuff like that. And so I was like, I never been, like, take us, like I want to
Yeah,
go.
let's
I'm
go.
excited, knowing dang well I'm a scaredy cat. So anybody that knows me knows I'm a scaredy cat. I'm scared of the dark, bruh.
Bruh, I want to go to abandoned places too.
was-
It's so fun.
I was so excited to go. And so we're driving, right? And it's just like not really any houses, but like old abandoned ones that you'd see in like a movie. Like they're all crushed down, like they look creepy, like they're old houses, like 1900 houses. And or probably 1800, I don't know, but they're really old, and there's like a lake, and it was just kind of creepy. Like it was a creepy vibe. Like it looked like something in a movie, and I was like, okay, I'm getting nervous now, but I want to do this. And so we just kept driving, and then we get to the house where she wanted to take us. And basically, the only way to get in was to like climb through like a little small cubby hole to get into the house. Like we couldn't go through a door. There wasn't any windows we could go through. We had to like climb through something. And I was like, no. There's no lights out there except for the car, and Anna turns the car lights off. Like it's dark, bruh, and it's at night too.
You're gonna get eaten.
Like
by
it was
rats.
creepy, and there's tall grass too. It was like tall grass. Like we would have to walk through. It probably came up to like my hip or something. Like it was creepy. So I was like, no, like I can't do it. And it's like, come on, let's just do it.
Come out the bush.
Bruh, I don't even know. But she's like, oh, come on. Meanwhile, Nawani's here too, and she's like, like, girl, I'm not doing that. I'm like, like, if you do it, I do it. And she's like, if you do it, I do it. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. She's not doing it. And so we're just scared. Yeah. And then we like, okay, Anna takes us and we pull from that way, and she's like, okay, let's go to another one that's like less creepy, right? So then we leave from there, we pull out, and this is a strip road. It's not like 3 roads, like we had to back up and go. And so we get to this, I don't remember if it's the same house or if it was like another entryway to a different house, but basically we were driving in grass now. And there's another house, and I don't remember if we saw, I don't know if this was the same time. Sorry guys, my memory is pretty bad, but I don't remember if it was the same time. Yeah, if you know me, you know it is bad. So I'm trying to make sure I tell everything as real as it happened. Not that I'd be lying, but just that I make stories up. So I can't remember if this was the time that we saw something. I'm pretty sure it is that we saw like a light or something, but I'm not sure. So we're pulled out, her lights are shining towards the house. It's like this white beat down house, and it's like a doorway, and so we could get in there, but picture this, we're like 100, maybe 150 feet away, tall grass, car in the grass, just like looking at there. Like this grass wasn't as high as like my hip, it was kind of lower, but it's still tall. And so we're like looking in there, about to go in there, and I'm like, I can't do it. And it's like, come on, let's just see it. And I'm like, I can't. I'm like, this is creepier than the first one. Like, I can't do this. And so basically we just...
That scared me.
We just...
It like cracked.
We just left there, and then we ended up going by this like, kind of like barn thing. It was like...
You finna get killed, bro.
It wasn't really like a barn. It was kind of... It looked kind of like a barn, but it didn't look like it. It was like a overhang type situation, and it was like you had to like go behind something to get in there. Long story short, I don't want to say too much, but we may or may not have at all went in there and saw what was in there, but we may have not at all for legal reasons.
Bro, they don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you could have just said it was you were able to trespass. You're dumb.
It didn't have a sign that said no trespassing.
So it's legal.
I don't think. Okay, I think that's all we have.
No, I have something to say. I have something to say. It's also not like a paranormal. Well, it kind of is, but it isn't. So we live by not live close near, but like in our vicinity near where we live. And we pass it pretty frequently, so that's like, first of all, ew.
Gosh. Like,
Can't
ew.
be me.
You're dead?
I literally want to kill myself, so I'm literally... Bro, so basically, every time I pass it, like we're driving by, I get this like pressure on my chest. Like I cannot breathe. Like I'm literally like I can't breathe in like passing near a cemetery at all. No breathing is coming out of my body. Well, there is, but there isn't. This one time we go to my Gigi's funeral, and I have that like breathing, like when I'm in the car, we pull up, I get out, stops immediately.
What the
heck?
Like
I can breathe again. I'm perfectly fine. And it's just like, okay, so when I'm in it, like in the cemetery, I can breathe, but like when I'm near it, nope. It feels like it's like, come here.
Oh.
Come here. Come here.
We know you want to be here.
Foul.
But am I wrong? Okay, sorry.
No, you're not. So yeah, it's just like really creepy and weird that it's just like.
Yeah, that is really weird. You just stop breathing, basically?
Yeah, I'm literally like hyperventilating and like having panic attack when I'm like passing near it.
Every time
like,
I pass, oh, sorry.
I was like, so it's like cemetery, no cemetery, no cemetery. It's like fine, can't breathe, fine.
What
like,
the?
As immediately as I come upon and leave the like acre, it's.
What the heck? That's weird. Every time I pass the cemetery, I always make sure that I look at there and like
I have to look away.
Yeah, which is why I think it's kind of weird that I do. I mean, everybody looks, but like I just make sure I look at there, and then I like kind of say in my head like, "May the rest in peace." I don't know. I feel like it's like a respect thing.
That makes sense.
Like I want to pay respect because I don't want any bad juju. Because the way stuff been happening recently with what I say,
Girl, you need to watch yourself.
yeah.
Text me right away. You get a, hey girly, stay inside.
Hey girly. When you get that "Hey girly" text,
Have you gotten one before?
no.
I haven't.
Girl, we don't be doing nothing. That's not shocking. It's not shocking. It was more shocking that you asked me.
I don't know what you be doing behind closed doors.
Girl, I don't be doing nothing. Okay. So
Oh my
basically,
god, we're so insane.
I know, right? I'd let you.
That's what you said.
That laugh. How did you do that?
Leave me alone.
Okay, my bad, my
You're
bad.
foul.
Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe and comment down below like what. Also follow us on Instagram. Gonna be linked in the bio.
Yeah.
I mean the description. And that's all we have for you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, kitty girls. Bye, babes.